Now, related to this, Judicial Watch ended up filing actually a motion with the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court itself, asking for any hearing transcripts related to these, the FISA process here, related to Carter Page. Can you walk us through a little bit what we're trying to get at there?
Well, this is interesting as well, because Devin Nunes asked the head of the FISA court at the time, can you release the transcripts? Because we have these warrants, these shady warrants. Well, was there a discussion about what was in them? Did they tell the court what was in them? So are there transcripts of any discussions with the court? Did they have a formal transcript developed? And the court said, well, look, we told the Justice Department we don't object to them releasing any transcripts. So Judicial Watch asked for the transcripts from the Justice Department. The Justice Department came back to us and said, well, look, we can't tell you if there are transcripts about General Flynn, because we asked about that as well, because we suspect there were FISA warrants on General Flynn, a top advisor to the President-elect, the campaign, and obviously the President later. But they said the President did declassify material about Carter Page, and we can tell you whether or not that exists, and we don't have the transcripts. So what do we do next? Well, we go back to the court and say the Justice Department doesn't have the transcripts. If you have them, please release them. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what the answer is. Are they not going to answer us at all? Or are they going to give us the transcripts? Or are they going to tell us again there's no transcripts? And if there are no transcripts, it really undermines the way this whole process is working. Because to have confidence that this process is working well and right, you want the courts to be asking questions. What's going on here? This is not an insignificant issue. We all know you're targeting the Trump campaign. You look at the documents, it's pretty clear you want to go after the Trump campaign. The basis of this is they were trying to work through the Trump campaign to do bad things, the Russians were. And if there are no transcripts, that means there were really no hearings and substantive discussions, and it was a rubber stamp.
And what the thing that you're trying to point out here and that we're trying to get at is that at these FISA hearings, there's no one there sort of for the defense. It's called ex parte, it's non-adversarial, so this information is being presented to the court, and the hope that you're getting at, the hope is that the court is at least asking some questions, probing some of this, and if no hearing transcripts exist, that means maybe that didn't happen. My understanding is transcripts are only taken about half the time these warrants are sought. So yeah. 4 different courts approved, one court approved the initial application, and then they renewed the application 3 more times, and 3 different courts approved those renewals. I'm sure there's not one transcript among any of them, or from any of these warrant applications, then something's not working with the FISA process, that's for sure.